Oh, time to have another sandwich. So I talked about sandwiches earlier. They're a great initial food source. Make sure you keep them and take advantage. They give you 15 food, which is the same as canned food, so really good. The only danger is this food poisoning pressure. It does nothing negative to you if you just eat one at a time. You'll see a number here. Right now, it went to 30%. Now it's going back down again. Just let it go back down to 0. As soon as this disappears, eat another sandwich. No negative effects whatsoever. So really easy to get a hold of food. You find it in all the trash and boxes and cabinets and so on constantly. So take advantage of that for your early game food. Don't go more than one, though, because when you hit about 35% food pressure, you get hit with a negative movement buff. So just be advised. Just do one at a time. Just remember to keep doing it regularly, and you'll actually keep yourself fed pretty easily in the early game. And then secondarily, you can do the night mushroom run and just eat those mushrooms too for easy food. That should keep you alive in the early game, just those two things until you can transition. What I'm aiming for is just eat these sandwiches and anything else I come across until we get our crafting skill on cooking. Where'd you go, cooking? Not primitive. Why am I having a problem seeing cooking? There it is. Till I get cooking to 12. So 10 is important. Well, goldenrod tea is important because that counters or offsets the poison. So you can eat the sandwich, drink a goldenrod tea, and I think it's 30% for the sandwich, but minus 20% for the goldenrod tea. So by using the goldenrod tea, you can immediately remove a lot of the poison effects. So not too hard to get to level 7, get the yellow flowers, and boil up goldenrod tea, and that makes the sandwich diet even easier to deal with. And then at red tea, of course, you get the hunger suppression bonus, and then at 12, I switch to bacon and eggs. And then the next one after that I jump to is the meat stew. And that's pretty much all I live on. Just the early game, those ones I mentioned, and then meat stew and such from then on. So there's a few things we're aiming for. What else? I'm down to 10 on my... Oh, research table's done. All right, research table. Oh, sure. Right back there's fine. All right, so here's the research table. First list is the skill book list. So, like I said, if I wanted to get to cooking 12, I could come here. This shows you how many literature fragments per level. So, currently, I was at what level? Cooking 5, so I need 7 to get to my bacon and eggs that I love. So 7 times 3 per would be 21 of the scraps, and I could have my level 12 cooking skill. Things I'm aiming for: get bows to 10, well, preferably 20, because you'll get the wooden bow, which is a really powerful upgrade, especially for this class. They are a bow specialist. And then the iron arrow upgrade. Between those two, you get a really, really big power bump and ability to kill zombie bump. So even over any other skill that you're doing, you're going to want to be using bows, regardless of what your other weapon system. Bows are just really powerful. So that's one of the things we're going to be aiming for. Of course, workstation, we need to get to 11. Harvesting tools, we'll not worry about in the near term. Spear crafting, I'm not overly worried about at the moment. I haven't even made a spear yet, and we're doing a spear run, so that tells you how worried I am about it, because I've been avoiding combat so much. But we'll get spear crafting moving. Haven't picked a gun system we'll use yet, and it takes quite a while to get into the guns anyway, so we're not in a hurry there. Cooking, we want to get to 12. Medical, we just want to get to 10, just to get the bandages crafting. Farming, the earlier we get farming going, the better. Where this POI I'm sitting on has 150 farm plots that you don't have to craft. You can just immediately start using them. So it's one of the big benefits and time savers is taking advantage of this particular POI. Trap making, we've got pretty much all I care about for now. As soon as we got 2, we got the wooden spikes. Later, much later, we'll switch to iron spikes, but not for quite a while, and I don't care about any of the rest of that. Vehicles, of course, we want to get at least to 7 so we can get the bicycle going. Tailoring, we're going for 1 more point. I think we'll do that right now. Let's do 1 point of tailoring so we can get the new backpack made, and then we're looking at 21 for the next backpack after that. The rest of this I don't care about. I always find better clothing in the stores than I'm going to make. And there's no magical clothing in this one. You don't put on a piece of a shirt and all of a sudden learn how to teleport or how to summon meteors from the sky like Vanilla has. None of that magical clothing bullcrap. It's all just clothing. A little bit better as you go along. Not worried about leatherworking or armor crafting. So that's pretty much it. We just got certain things we're looking for. But let's spend some points. So we know we want 1 point into tailoring right there. So we'll get that going. That only costs 2 per, so we still got quite a few points left over. Then let's focus on... what is going to be more important? Workstations are expensive. They cost 5 each. That's one of the most expensive. I think the bow is only 2 each. Or do I go food and medical? Yeah, bow is only 2 each. So we can get to the wooden bow pretty quick. I kind of like to do the initial hit on Crack-a-Book and the nursery, the kids' place. Booby Pants. So I try to hit those in the downtown, come back, read all those, then fill in any gaps. I don't like doing anything else too early, but for this one, we'll make an exception for that book. So, read that. That gets us the fiber backpack, which is just grass, I believe, and cotton. I need to go pick some more grass. I think I used it up. Yeah, I used it up. Alright, so we'll go get that done. And let's leave these behind. Alright. I had quite a lot of time go by there. So our focus right now... Try to go down to Crack-a-Book. I should probably get the spear put together first. Get the spear put together, go down to Crack-a-Book and Poopy Pants, get those places looted, try to loop through downtown. A lot of book opportunities there that are pretty easy. Grab Mega Crush, grab water opportunities. Loop back here, read all the books if we haven't already. Craft up what I need. By the end of today... Either towards the latter part of today after I've done that run or right at night, I want to get downstairs. I got to make the decision where I'm going to live. Longtime viewers have seen me do this base, have seen me do the moat base, have seen me do the bakery base bunches of times. I didn't see anything else in the local area that I wanted to experiment with putting a base in, but I need to make a decision sooner rather than later because we're fighting that downward vitality timeline. So I can't delay things too much longer. I did the moat base pretty recently a couple of times. I think I'm going to skip that one. I actually agree with the opinions on the Discord for the mod that thing's overpowered. It's too easy to get and secure and there's almost no pressure whatsoever once you get in. Once you've done the initial work, which isn't too tough, you're basically almost immune from zombies while at home from thereafter. So I think I might put that on my do not use list, other than for demonstrations. And I will do a run through to show how to clear it for folks that want to use it. I'll show what you can do to kind of work on that pretty easily. But I don't think I'm going to use it as my base. So... the bakery is closer to the downtown area, and I personally don't mind being downtown, but a lot of advice is to stay on the outer edges of the towns, which I don't really agree with, but, you know, everybody's different. And I don't like living out in the middle of the wilderness. The travel time between just bugs me, and I get annoyed at the constant animal and zombie spawns in the wilderness more than I do the regular zombies downtown, so I still always will prefer to be near where all the stuff is rather than out in the middle of nowhere. And proximity to the other biomes kind of makes a difference. If you're right on the border of like the wasteland biome, you don't want to build too close to that because there can be zombies from the wasteland that move into the forest biome. But it depends on kind of how you set your world up. This world is 10k world, I think. I most often play 8k, but I think on this one I did 10k. Forest center, which is what I usually play. So if you're familiar with how the maps generate. We got the other early game stuff done, so we're kind of next working on Forge and things like that. But I think I'd rather work on getting the base set up. This base is probably the simplest and the one I would like to show off, I think, for newer players. My intent is to send this stream over to my YouTube channel. I don't often send my 7 Days to Die stuff over there. But I want one over there that kind of introduces players to the mod and answers a bunch of the questions I see commonly. So I think this one will get a little more exposure over there than some of my previous ones. So let's just say this is where we're going to make our base. Simplest. I'm just going to clear out the lower area, and you'll see how I set up that underground area. And we've got automatic access to all the farming. Each of these planters you see out here is 25 plots of farmable soil ready to be used just instantly. Don't have to craft the farm plots or nothing. So you just chop the tree out of the middle and you've got 25, 50, 75 on this side, 25, 50, 75 on that side. 150 farm plots ready to go. So it's such a massive time saver. That's the other reason I like to use this one. All right, let's take the sandwich, take our jars, take our spikes. I don't need you in my inventory. We'll leave you there. Go there. We spent our perk. Nope, we got another perk point. We're going vitality now. So let's go ahead and do the survivor to lower the loss to the ambience value. The ambience value, as I talked earlier, is when you go to buffs, vitality summary. I think they say ambient right here. So we have a minus 0.83 negative vitality just because of the forest biome that we start in. And then this goes up when you go to the harder biomes. So the burnt forest is a higher number, the desert's a higher number, the winter is a higher number, the wasteland's a higher number. So you have to fight against larger and larger negative vitality trends as you move through the biomes. So we have to counter this, and one way to do that is through the perk points for vitality. The survivor one lowers that negative loss by 10%. Also, hunger and thirst has an effect on lowering vitality, but usually I'm not running into that problem. So I'll go ahead and do that. And yeah, let's get moving. I really could use some more food. Let's go ahead and take the canned goods and the soup. No sense in not just putting them in my belly. So that's going to be, yeah, we need lots. So that's only going to get us up to about 160. And then by the time that's done, yeah, we'll find some more. All right, hydration we're good on. And I pulled a few of the Mega Crushes. I don't need a huge number as long as I've got a couple for emergency escapes. We've got enough arrows, I think, to get by. I would like some more spikes, but I need to gather a bunch of grass to get the spikes going. All right, let's get out of here. Now that we have the map, this will go even better. Hey, zombies. Who knew? Oh, blue zombie. Blue-eyed zombie just hanging out. All right, from memory, Crack-a-Book was that way. So pretty much straight down and then just over slightly. So we're going to try to find it again. Now that we've got the map, I can notate things. I let a fair bit of the day go by when I was doing all that talking. But again, you know, don't bother to fight all those zombies around your base. Just leave. Get out and do your thing. I mentioned earlier, traders are all dead. There are no traders. You can't get quests. You can't reset POIs. Their compounds are still around, but they're modified, and most of them run down. This one's got some military crates and stuff, and it's a good place to get all the flowers. I'll pick these up a little later. And then inside, there are vending machines for guns. Just need a lot of money to buy these. Treasure maps being the best way to try to get enough cash for these. Oh, heck, I do want that. Blue barrels are great for multiple reasons. You got another empty one? That one's got a little bit of water in it I'd have to empty. And there's also these green kiosks. These are important because you can Exchange. Nice. Oh, you can't get out. You can use those green kiosks to exchange gold, silver, diamonds, and paper money into brass dukes. So you bring all that stuff to those green ones, feed them in, you get dukes out, and then you can buy the guns. Okay, so we've come over from our home. And again, for folks that joined in late, I can see that bed icon there because of the character class I'm playing, the Savage. That's one of the benefits that he has, is he can always see the location of his bedroll in the forest, specifically. The other classes don't have that. So it's really helpful, super early game, if you don't have such a good sense of direction and or don't have your map crafted yet. Alright, we've already covered most of that. Let's keep moving. Another sandwich. We've almost got all of the poison pressure down, so we'll be able to eat that pretty soon. Can use all of the scrap we can get a hold of. Alright. You do... This is a coffee place, right? Or is this the restaurant? Forget. I think it's the restaurant. Yeah, I'm not going to try to get that right now. Not sure if it's this street or the next one down that's going to have poopy pants. Grabbed, what, 5 books out of the gas station? That was awesome. Ah, free logs. I don't want to grab free logs out here right now, and I didn't bring the... yeah, there's poopy pants, so crack a book's right across the street. Cool. Oh, that I don't need. Really? Really? Alright, I think we're going to have to mark poopy pants. And head on over to crack a book. Oops. Did I get too close? Did they wake up? We'll run crack a book first. Hopefully those guys ignore me. Oh, I forgot to make the spear. That was not a good plan. I don't have a bone to repair my knife either, so I guess we will shoot something in the face. Come on. You always wake up no matter what. Hopefully I can avoid using my spikes right away. You bums. That magic, I know the players here. Power. More coming. I'm going to have to drop some spikes. It's really important that I... clear this and the other nearby location. Well, so much for those spikes. Oh, really? Now that's some bullshit. Really? Goddamn daytime feral of that type. Right as I get everything else cleared out. You fucking bastard cheater game. Whoa, he's fast. I can't even get turned around and get the spikes down. That is some grade A bullcrap there. Oh, he's coming fast. Come on, back into the spikes, you punk. Ah! I keep missing with my bow. Now is the game being rude and obnoxious again. And it keeps sending more zombies from around the outside of the building. They shouldn't have any idea I'm over here. This is why you have problems in the early game getting into POIs. Because of this kind of stuff. I should have some arrows over here. Oh, they despawned. Oh well. Let's grab what books we can before these guys bug me. So we're going to have, what, 3 in the back still? Oh, he made it in. Bonus damage. And nope. Nope, nope. Yup. Yup. Nope. Don't need that. And don't really need that. We'll just rely on the bone, or the bone knife. Get the spear when we get back. Alright, we're gonna wake the guys up in the bathroom. Let's... I really should save these spikes. Hello, bathroom zombies. Who we got? No problem. Everybody's favorite stumble forward. Bad I don't have the bonuses to single shot kill the guys in the back room. Don't care, don't care. Done up here. 2 guys behind the bar. Who do we got? 1 guy behind the bar. Oops! Oh, bad timing. Screwed that timing up. Missed the swing and didn't back off fast enough. I hate watching the wind-up knowing I'm gonna get hit. Wonder if we're infected yet. Remind me when we get back to base and I'll make a detector. So, I talked about the infection system earlier. There is... I forget what it's called. There it is. The Z-Virus Testing Kit. So if you want to know whether you're infected or not, just make one of these. I ate my only jar of honey. We'll have to get another jar of honey. And then the rest of it's pretty easy to put together. But it has 5 uses. And it'll tell you how infected you are, if you are infected. You cannot cure the infection. Once you're infected, it is permanent. You can manage the infection, though. Talked about it a little earlier. You're going to get infected. There's absolutely no way you're going to prevent getting infected. Getting hit by zombies has a small chance of getting you the infection. If you accidentally drink the infected water, you'll get infected automatically. Things like that. You will eventually get infected. And there is no permanent cure, but it's a very easily manageable thing. It just turns into just like food and water here. You just every once in a while have to take medicine to lower the infection level. Just don't let it hit 100%. It's very easy. So, don't sweat about it. I better start actually reading some books. You I don't care about. You I kind of do. Don't need you. What you got for me, Shamway? Not bad. Yeah, we'll eat that right now. And we can eat a sandwich again, too. I'll probably have to ditch that. Alright, let's go knock this door down. Which is going to take a little bit. Yeah, the infection is very easily manageable. I don't know why people get so stressed or bent about it not being curable. Comes up fairly often, and people are weirdly hostile about it sometimes. Yeah, I wish I had the one-shot kill, because it's going to wake them up when I don't kill them on the first hit. Or not. Alright, the other's going to be back there behind that one. Won't get the sneak attack there. Skadoosh! Nice. There's the Manuka honey that you make the medicine with to reduce the infection. That's a pretty good score there. It's going to fill up my inventory pretty fast, though. We might not be able to do poopy pants this run. Sniper Volume 5. Definitely read that one. That gets us to Goldenrod. Yeah. I really need to decide what gun we're going to use this run to focus on. Haven't made up my mind. What do you think goes well with spear bow combo? And what haven't I done? I really want to do, I think, the MP5. Maybe we'll do that run. We'll do submachine guns. I haven't done an MP5 and or submachine gun run. Which falls into the handgun category? I forget. Tactical warfare, not handguns. I gotta remember tactical warfare. Don't need all these books anymore. Shit! Oh, shit! Youch! I didn't realize they came all the way in behind me. That is not a good guy. That is a blue-eyed motorcycle. Yowza. We haven't gotten... I mean, look at this ridiculous stuff they just sent at me. This feels like a scout horde. So there's a horde type referred to as scout hordes that have upgraded zombie types in them. And they kind of know where you're at. That's what this is feeling like. This is feeling like one of those hordes. So we're going to go do a little running around and then try to work our way back. Don't get me hung up in the doorway. Those guys are kind of hard to get off your tail. He's still back there coming at me. I'm getting some of that fun downtown lag. Seven overweight. That's not good either. Hey there, Shiv. Ah, there he is again. I didn't go far enough. This is part of that thing I talked about earlier about how they track you around 5 blind corners, and no matter how many twists and turns you make, they still magically know where you're at and show up a minute later. And there's a horde behind me. Hey, we got a toilet pistol. Damn it, here he comes again. Ah, you piece of crap. I get really sick of this. These are one of the worst offenders of that whole chase the player forever nonsense. Get in the box. I'm gonna run right towards this other horde. Now I'm kind of wishing I brought that adrenaline. Yeah, that guy surprised the hell out of me when I turned and got thumped right in my face. Alright, let's, crap, I can't even grab the finale loot, really. Let's get the primary stuff out of here. Can I carry it? Sure hope so. A little overweight. Let's see. Bird here. Popping pills. I'd love to take a moment to mark all these on my map, but we've got Poopy Pants marked. I'll just have to remember we've got all these other really good ones right next to Poopy Pants. This is pretty much the primo landscape for the commercial district. Poopy pants there, a lot of books. Crack a book, a lot of books. A lot of clothes. Bird Kinnear's a good easy finale one. Poppin' pills. A lot of good stuff over here. Let's see. One slot over, huh? Don't need you. I'll absolutely have to come back for poopy pants. Let's go ahead and Mega Crush. It's an okay haul. There's other stuff I have to carry. I'm a little sad that I wasn't able to do poopy. I really do need to get some more spikes ready. So I think we'll head home. I'll focus on getting spikes ready and we'll work on clearing out the lower area so I can start getting the base set up proper. Oh, look at vitality. Wow, down to 45. Yeah, that's what happens. Remember that glory time when I said we were going to get some grace period on vitality? We burned it all because of the damage and the enemies and so on. Just really, really wrecked me. So we just lost massive amounts of vitality. Now we're on the downward spiral. Now I really need to get the house set up. Which means clearing it, then running out and getting get the fancy bed down, get a bunch of the decor. That's the one downside of that location, is it doesn't have a good set of built-in decor. Other bases you might pick have a bunch of decor items already in them. Little Italia is a good example. Love Little Italia. It's another one of my now standard base locations, and you've got like all the tier 1 and tier 2 immediately available. Just got to get a bed in there and you're in really good shape right at the start. Oh, stamina, stamina, stamina. Now that we're going negative now, we're going to have less and less stamina to work with. So things get progressively more dangerous. Hopefully there's not too many zombies hanging around the base. And that one already spotted me. And so did those. There's going to be zombies around the base. Okay, you... guess we'll just stick over there. We're up to 39 fragments. Food's running low again, man. Problem is we took that damage and you auto heal, but it's a 1-to-1 food for health. So we drained quite a bit of that food we had built up because of the damage we took, and I didn't want to use very limited amount of healing that I had available to take care of it. So I traded food for health. That will eventually be a problem. Okay, so I need grass, I need trees, so we can get the logs going. Then I need to clear the lower area, but I'm going to need spikes to do that relatively safely. This thing is better, so we'll switch to the shiv. Problem being, it's got 2700 quality. We can repair that a few times, but I want to keep the bone knife because it's got almost 20,000 quality. So I gotta remember not to accidentally get rid of that. And this requires pitch to repair. Did we have any leftover pitch? We do. Alright, so we'll save that. Alright, I need grass. Easiest place to get that is over here in this field. So many zombies. I still don't know if there's any pigs left over here. My assumption is no. But I could be wrong. I don't want to lure the zombies over here if we still have pigs. I didn't really pay a lot of attention to what books we picked up. Oh, we do have a piggy. Ah, zombies are going to eat the piggy. There's too many for me to deal with, so yeah. I was really hoping I would get to harvest the piggies, but not going to happen. Just another horde over there. Come on, stamina. Hang in there. Well, I think I need to go out into the forest now. We'll go do like we did before. We'll hang out on the back side of that moat POI. Chop some trees down back there. Maybe poke some grass. Love to just take down the trees and my planters, but the zombies are going to keep showing up. You got any other zombies than motorcycle zombies in this damn pool? What the hell? 2 regular motorcycles plus a mud motorcycle. It's going to be one of those. Vorm doesn't get to do any tree chopping periods of time. One of the things I hate most is starting to chop a tree and then not being able to finish. Ooh, piggy. Zombies are chasing the piggy. Again, I got zombies all over the damn place. Oh my god. like I said, can't complete even one frickin' tree. Get used to it. Unfortunately, those guys are going to follow me far enough. But I doubt I'll get another tree back here either, assuming it's even no zombies. We're almost at weight limit. Yep, they're just going to keep chasing me. Like I said, they just keep coming. They know where you're at, and they keep on coming. It's really hard to lose zombies. This is why you didn't see me fighting earlier, because it always ends up like this. Before you can get one killed, 2, 3, 4, 8 more show up. You just can't get anything done. So far, we have accomplished 1 tree chopping. Is it far enough? The answer is no. Ooh, 3,300. That's even worse. Yeah, this'll have to be it. This'll put us a fair bit overweight by the time we get it done. If we get it done. So we'll make what we can out of spikes so we can try to keep the area around the farm cleared. Oh man. And then I gotta pull the zombies up out of the lower lab or basement area. Start getting that cleared, get the fancy bed in. Oh man, is that too heavy? Ooh, that might be too heavy. I'm probably gonna have to mega crush my way into base. We're too heavy to get away from zombies. Especially when I got no stamina to start running with. That's unfortunate. We might not make it there before the Mega Crush runs out. 18 seconds. Okay. This is how quickly 287 grass goes away. All gone. And I need grass for the damn arrows too. I always forget about that. Next time, arrows, next time. Although I'm really short. 18 left. I'll have a hard time clearing the lower area out with 18. Before I forget again, let's get our spear made. Which is probably also going to require grass. Tell you what, let's cancel the rest of those and just make 15 more. Saved a tiny bit. Okay, I think that'll give me enough to clear the bottom area at least. I'll work on the rest after. Try this again. Alright, hopefully 37 will get clear of the lower area. Another perk? Another perk. Let's go with Survivor again. Alright, 7 zombies nearby. A lot more than 7. I think a bunch of them went downstairs over there. Hey zombies, get back up here. Oh, I'm out of practice with the spear. Come on, zombies. Wake up. What I don't want is zombies coming in above me while I'm trying to deal with the guys down there. Molotov or two would be pretty nice. Hey guys. Whoa. Come on, you know how to use the ladder. Stupid zombies are so annoying. Of course. Who else is down here? I really don't want you breaking the damn ladder. Get up here. Woo. Yeah, they broke that side, but the ladder's still intact at least. Alright, so we got the initial area cleared. Let's see. What do I want to work on next? I need to get enough spikes that I can protect the entrances until I can get the vehicle up. I need to get into there and get the bed over here and placed. Clear the house. 34. Who's making all the noise under the floor?